Hello, everybody. Andrew Blake from the digitalaudiomanual.com. Today, let's talk about some marker and track visibility secrets that are going to help you move through your next Cubase project with some blazing fast results. To start with, let's talk about markers. If you use markers, over time it's very easy to create many kinds of markers at various positions and not actually be very clear on where those markers are. If you select your marker track, over in the inspector, you'll get a running list of all your different markers, and you can open this window to do some editing. Depending on how things are set, even if you select your different markers in this list, you may not see any change reflected up in your project. If you go to this marker settings option, you have a choice that you can turn on to sync the selection. Now when I choose something from my list, it updates in the project as well. Now even though it's updating in the project, and I have it in this list, notice that the cursor never changes. If I go over to this first column, it has this little caret mark. If I choose that, now my cursor moves as well. Let's say I give some names to these markers, and now I have all the parts and sections from my song, but when I look at the numbers over in the ID section, they're all over the place. It's showing here starting with 5, going to number 3 and 1. The whole thing becomes confusing and doesn't really match what's actually happening in my song. In my song, everything is lined up great. The first part says intro, then verse 2, and chorus. So how do I get this all organized so I can actually see what I have and navigate through all these different markers? If I go up to the Functions menu, I have an option to reassign the position marker IDs and the cycle marker IDs. In my song, these are all cycle markers, but it applies either way. If I choose this option to reassign these cycle markers, it changes the ID number to follow the actual order of the song. Because in the song, the intro starts, and then the verse, and then the second verse, and then the chorus. When it reassigns these IDs, it doesn't disassociate from what you've named it, which is the great thing about this option. Once these numbers have been reassigned, now you can come up and hit the column heading where it says ID. That will reshuffle the numbers, putting them all in order. At the same time, it will reflect the actual song order, in this case, the intro, the verse, and the chorus, all the way to the end. And now you have an organized set of markers that's easy to read, and you can edit them if you need to, or just use them to now navigate through your song very effectively. Let's talk about track visibility agents. This applies to the project view as well as the mixer view, but I'm just going to stay with the project view for now. If you go up to this top area, you have this little icon, and it stands for the track visibility agents. If you click on that, you get a list of some fantastic options on how you can show tracks, hide tracks, and various things along those lines. For example, let's say I select this track, and I go up to the visibility agent, and I tell it to hide the selected tracks. Those tracks are now gone from my view. Let's say I have a few muted tracks in here. I can go up to my visibility agent and say hide the muted tracks, and those are now gone. I can take this very top choice that says show all the tracks, and then all those tracks are back in view. As your projects grow with more and more different tracks, this ability to show and hide various tracks is a real time saver. How many times has this happened to you? You've said, I want to add a track, maybe an audio or an instrument track, and then when you put it in the list, Cubase typically throws it at the bottom, or in this case below the selected track. Because I only have a few tracks here, that's no big deal, especially if I want to take this and move it up a few notches. But when you have 50 or 100 tracks, as your project begins to grow, and you want to take this track and move it to the top of the list, you can take it to the top and wait for everything to scroll along, hoping your computer responds as you do this, until eventually you get where you want to go with it and then let go. But on the other hand, if you take your newly created track and the destination track and highlight that, and then tell your visibility agent to show only those selected tracks, now you can move that track around super fast to whatever location, and it makes no difference how many tracks you had in the view before. Another great option when you can select and hide tracks, if I create some data on this particular track, then I want to make some overdubs, and simply just drag this down, continue making more tracks, and then drag those down. And I have all this extra real estate to work with. And then going further, maybe I want to add all of these tracks into a folder. They're all right here in view. It's very simple to highlight them and choose the option to move them all into their own group. Or these days, you can make a group folder. But trying to do these kind of operations when all of your tracks are in view, these tracks are up this list, and you simply want to move something down, you can't do it because you're going to go to the track below it. And if you drag it all the way to the bottom, then it's no longer in the list. If you get in the habit of choosing the tracks that you want and making them the only thing in view, you're going to be amazed at how much easier it is to work and how this speeds up your workflow. Now, the great thing about all of this, because these are called visibility agents, if you go up to your edit menu, down to your key commands, you can simply type in the search the word agent, and you will get this category that says channel and track visibility. And all those different commands are listed here, even the option to make some custom commands. But now you can choose the ones that you need and assign your own shortcut key, and you're going to find your workflow through Cubase going faster than you've ever seen before. For example, for me, I've assigned the visibility agent to show all the tracks, the number 1, and I've assigned the other visibility agent to show only the selected tracks, all to number 1. So as I begin a project, I may create a track, immediately hit Alt-1, and that's the only track I'm working on. As soon as I complete the tasks that I want to do on this track, I hit number 1, all my tracks come back into view, and I can choose a different track, isolate that, and start all over. Take a minute to explore these visibility agents, the ones I showed you, and all these other ones that you may find are very valuable. Pick out the ones that work for you, assign some shortcut keys, and you're going to have some fun like you've never had before as you blaze through creating your next song. And if you're ready to gain a better and deeper understanding of all the various features and functions in Cubase, be sure to click the link in the description of this video or stop by the digitalaudiomanual.com for more information. As always, it's great to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.